We are continuing to look back at 9 very memorable stories that I did during my nearly 40 years at 9 News. There is a treatment center in Denver. It's called the Tennyson Center for Children. Back in the 80s, it was Colorado Christian Home. For more than 100 years, they have worked with abused and neglected kids to give them a shot at a normal, healthy life. Shortly before Christmas in 1985, photojournalist Chris Wheeler and I spent a day there documenting the life of an abused child.
Erica, it's time to wake up, babe. Sleepy girl, where's my smile? Usually you're smiling in the morning when I wake you up. There it is. I know.
Their day starts early.
Good morning. How you doing?
I have to get dressed.
Yeah, gotta get dressed and you gotta make your bed.
Time to face the world. A world that hasn't treated them very well.
Ready to start?
When the child comes to us, first of all, they figure that they are worthless because nobody can take care of them and nobody wants them.
15 minutes.
At Colorado Christian Home, they do feel wanted. It's a place for kids who have suffered physical, sexual, or emotional abuse. Kids who have severe behavioral problems because of it.
5 minutes.
Here they can feel secure. They can learn to cope.
Let's eat.
Starving.
Let's have a good meal.
They're here to get help, but they must also help themselves. They got to follow the rules. If they don't, punishment can be as simple as standing quietly against the wall.
Sometimes they get a little silly, a little carried away, and they just need to take some time out and get themselves back together again.
Hi, mister.
Most are bused to the main campus. More than 80 kids go to school here. The facility is stretched to the limit.
Okay, this is called Samson the Christmas Cat.
It seems a lot like other schools. Various subjects, caring teachers, lasting friendships.
And give him some sardines to eat, said Sarah.
Sardines.
Sardines are little fish in cans.
But it's different. Because of legalities, we can't show all their faces. We can't use their names.
Let you guys.
But we can give you a close and often frightening look at the world of an abused child. It happens suddenly. Their sadness comes out as anger. And it happens a lot around the holidays.
Sometimes you can just see that they have lost complete control of themselves and that I think it scares them as much as it does us sometimes, how angry they're capable of getting. I think that's something you never really get used to, no matter how long you work here, that such little kids can have such rage inside of them.
The staff restrains them, calms them down. They must keep the kids from hurting themselves and others.
And a lot of times restraints are scary for the kids because it can remind them of past physical abuse, or until they really know you personally and know that they can trust you and know that you won't hurt them.
Time to get started here. Has everybody got their goals taken care of?
1 minute they're in class, the next minute they're lashing out. It's like day and night. The staff tries to keep control.
But while you're here, you can't be in the room throwing things and doing anything you want to do.
School sucks.
Oh, I'm sorry it sucks, Terry, but I can't change that.
Part of the therapy is to put the kids in a room by themselves where they can take out their anger on beanbag chairs. In the quiet room, they can reflect on their problems.
I feel mad because I can't find of any better way to take care of my feelings. And sad because of things that happened a long time ago with my mom. I wish I was taller.
Here's a pretty one.
Like day and night. 1 minute full of holiday spirit, decorating the Christmas tree. The next minute full of sadness, thinking about the holidays and how lonely they can be.
Well, I live here and everything, and my parents live at home, and so that's kind of like sad because I can't be with them.
And especially during Christmas time, I know it's hard, and it's real hard for you to express your feelings because of that. And I know that because I've known you, and you do. You hold them in, okay, honey? So you need to let me know, and I'm glad you're ready.
Back at the group home, there's time for Christmas songs, time for some fun.
In a one-horse open sleigh, over the hills.
Thanks to the incredibly dedicated staff, most of these kids will make it. They will change, and so will their folks. Hopefully one day, they will have a really Merry Christmas.
Hey, jingle bells, jingle.
Hey, you ready to tell me your prayers?
I bless my mom, my dad, my sisters. Hope I have a good visit this weekend.
Like day and night.
I hope everybody has a good day tomorrow, amen.
Since that story aired, privacy laws have changed. Rules on restraining out-of-control kids have changed. But one thing that hasn't changed is the Tennyson Center's dedication to making troubled kids whole again. I should mention I served on the Tennyson Center Board of Directors for 12 years.
The Tennyson is just an incredible organization, and those teachers, I mean, and all the staff, I mean, that's a job that I couldn't do.
It's a really, really difficult job, and yeah, you can't give them enough credit. I mean, and their positivity rate is really, the kids come out of there, you know, pretty much fixed a lot of times. It's like 90%.
Wow,
so,
that's really high.
Yeah, they do just really good work there.
Yeah.
So.
And you could never shoot that story the way you shot it today.
No.
I mean, things have just changed so much since then.
Yeah, privacy laws are, you know, especially for us and TV, have really changed in places like that. And you can't show faces, you can't use names, you can't, you know, that sort of thing. So it's very, very
tough.
Difficult to tell that story. But back then, it was an important story to tell.
Boy, was it ever. All right, that was a good one, Gary. Thank
Thanks.
you.